An interesting intro, I guess, as the little guy sits down to go to sleep, I guess. All right, so this is an update, day 2, day 1, I guess. Let me call this day 1 of the puppy saga, puppy situation. The little puppy got found yesterday morning while I was walking down or driving down the street. Little puppy was walking down the street. For everybody who doesn't know, and uh, little bug puppy found it in the morning before anything was open, so I couldn't call anybody really. So I went online and I found a couple of sources to report a lost puppy, and then for people who had reported lost puppies, or no, I guess I should say to report a found puppy, and then I started checking out the various lost puppies uh, in the area, 25 miles. So um, then the place, so I didn't find it. I didn't have any success. Just cold looking, searching through. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of the posts for like the last while and 25-mile radius. So I'm pretty sure I've seen all the pups that have been reported missing. I thought, or I think. And then once the pound opened, I found out that you can't call the pound. That's not a thing. Because I thought that's what you do. I thought you call the pound, pound comes and picks up the puppy, and then uh, the person who's looking for it calls the pound. They come get the puppy. Everybody's happy. Puppy's probably not happy because puppy was in jail for a little while, but you know what I mean. But that's not how it works anymore, or maybe that's not how it ever worked. I don't know. But they said, here you can go do it yourself. Like you got to go to Facebook, you got to go to here, you got to go to here. They've got this list of places where you can put them, or put the alert that you found this puppy. So I did, and gave them a report to the county, gave a report to the Humane Society, gave a report to Petco, the store. They do a service for this. And then I think 2 others in Craigslist. So we've got quite a few posts out there. There's a little picture. And then I started driving around where I found them. And yesterday I drove around, let's say a mile, I guess, kind of there's like park there and stuff. So, drove the streets back and forth, checking out the stop signs, looking to see if anybody was out there worried, looking around on the ground for a little puppy, or like roaming parties of people looking for a dog, looking for people in a slow moving vehicle or on bikes or whatever, looking for something. Didn't see anybody looking for anything, didn't find any signs or anything. So that was yesterday. And I guess that was later on in the day yesterday. In the middle of the day there, uh, after finding out that all you can do is alert people that you found a dog and do your own looking around to find out what dogs are missing, I took it to a vet because I needed to get my dog to the vet anyway. So I took it to the vet, and everybody liked him. And uh, long story short, didn't have a chip. So we don't have any chip info on him. Used 2 different scanners, and then I scanned them just to be sure. And then gave him rabies shot and the other stuff you give them, Bordetella and stuff. It's not that expensive, so figure that the vet said that it wouldn't hurt him if he's already had it, and if he hasn't, then he's got it, right? So now he's got his shots, and uh, we're in day 2-ish of trying to figure out what's going on. So that's what I figured I'd go live, since that's about what I'm going to do here is first I'm checking out, I'm not going to do this live. I'm checking out the email that I've used for all the posts. So I'm sure if you don't, I'm hoping you have a bunch of different emails. So the email I'm using has nothing to do with any of these channels or anything. It's just an email. And so far, no responses at all, but except for the you've confirmed your post type of thing. Next, I have the phone number associated with same thing, one of my phone numbers that is uh, listening for, that's associated with all those ads I put out there. So I'm looking at the email and I'm looking at the phone number, and nothing's coming in on either one. So now we're going to screen share, and I already did this earlier, but I'll do it again. So this is my routine. This is what I'm trying to do to figure out where to find his puppy home or how to get his puppy back to his home. So if everybody can still hear me and everything, I've got my screen up here. Here's all y'all. And then here's all the places we're checking out. Here's our store. I'm going to go grab something. So if you go to Pima County, where I'm at, Pima County is bigger than the state of Connecticut. So I'm in Pima County. It's where Tucson is. It's not even all of southern Arizona. It's just like a big chunk of southern Arizona, but the border is Nogales. I think that's a separate, different county. And then over by New Mexico, that's a different county. So just a big chunk of middle in Arizona is bigger than Connecticut. That's one of the things they tell you when you move here. So I'm in Pima County and I go down to find a dog, drop this little area down, and you get most lost dogs are found within a mile of their home and are 85% more likely to be reunited with their family within 24 hours if kept in a safe area. Well, that hasn't happened yet, so trying not to assume the pet's been abandoned. Pet loss for several days can quickly look like it's been missing for months, and I'm trying to keep that in mind. But at first I thought the puppy was missing that day, and I guess it's possible, but here's the part I forgot to tell you about yesterday. After going to the vet and finding out, no chips, then coming back and checking everything again, we were looking on, I think I was doing an update like this, and I figured out that this car wash place has a dog wash next to it or on it. It's the car wash where you put in quarters. You can also use that for dog wash, or there's a dog wash there, I should say, the same way. Anyway, I went over there and worked out pretty good because I gave him a bath with soap and then flea soap and then conditioner and then washed him off or rinsed him off. And then the thing also blows hot air at him at 2 different speeds. So it's a pretty cool little thing. I took a couple of pictures. So $12 later, he had a bath and flea bath and everything. So, being with him around that long and figuring him out, I'm thinking two things. One, he doesn't like taking a bath, big deal, but he's also a house dog for sure. Like he knows what a kitchen is. He knows when people are eating. He's not a pest. So I think he's got some discipline or whatever. And he's comfortable in the house. He says when he wants to go outside and stuff. So he goes outside. He had a couple of problems because he's a baby, but nothing bad. So I really think he's somebody's dog. But when I took him over to get to wash him, he definitely had been outside for a while. I mean, unless the people leave him in their backyard and they never wash him and he got away, he was filthy. He was more than filthy. He had caked on stuff, and I couldn't tell because I'm not used to having pugs. But before and after was a big difference. I thought he was about a year or two old. Once I washed him, he felt like he was a baby. So anyway, washed him yesterday, took him to the vet and all that. Now it's the end of day 2, 24 something hours later, more like 48 hours later almost. Well, not at 48, maybe 36 hours later. We're going to go check out the different things. So the first one, dogs reported missing from Pima County. Oh, this is neat. I found this map. Here's a map of all the dogs in Tucson and then the dogs on the east side. So there's not that many. The dogs are the blue circles. So I've just been clicking on all of them. None of them are him though. Because I figure you can't tell from this picture, but there's washes all over the place. Like this is one over in the base. But just because a dog is missing somewhere don't mean that it can't walk down a wash and get around. But there's really not that many dogs missing. Wait, I'm clicking the wrong thing. Circles. This one is a circle and a square. And then this one, yeah, see, none of them are even pugs. This is pretty far away. This is pretty far away. This is closer, little tiny dog. This, no image, right? So there's no way to know. And then, is there any more out here? Oh, there's one way up here. So I was just clicking. I only found this today. So I've just been clicking on this one. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to it long enough to know if these are coming and going or what. But it's kind of sad looking at all these dogs. I think that's all of them. Here's one way down here. Oh, wait. No, yeah, here's this one. Oh, wait the hell. How far out did this zoom? Okay, here we go. That's really far away. This is on the other side of the highway. Come on, man. All right, so that's one resource. Otherwise, this one, I guess, is what I was thinking I was clicking on. This is the Pima County Animal Control. And these are dogs that are lost. So this is pictures that people updated of the dogs that they've lost. And it's changed because when we get to it, this little girl who looks kind of like him was the first one yesterday. So they've already added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dogs since yesterday. So what's up with that? I call it a puppy update. So if you say it fast enough, it's a pup date. But yeah, I was about to type in update. So there's a bunch. Like these are all different kind of dogs. They're not pugs, but these are a bunch of different kind of dogs. The vet, somebody said it would be about 4 days is realistic. When somebody's looking for a dog, after about 4 days, they're not looking for the dog anymore, or they weren't looking for the dog. If you don't hear from the owner in 4 days, they aren't looking for the dog. Is that the way to say it? But this is all online. I've also figured, what if it's some little old lady and she don't know how to go on the line? So that's why I've been driving around looking for the signs or whatever. So yesterday I went around looking for picture like people putting signs up or searching for the dog. And then today, before it got dark out, I did the same thing. This is about the closest one to him, but this is a different dog. It doesn't look like him. I've been scrutinizing it because both of these little dudes, or wait, I don't know if they're both dudes, but both of these little dogs got away. I think it's a girl and a boy. But my dude looks a little different than this dude. So this is the only one that's even close, though. But they definitely don't look the same. I keep looking back and I keep looking at my pictures to see, well, could it be different? But except that they're both pugs, they're not really the same. Anyway, so I'm looking back, and these are, I think, in the same order because 1, I can remember seeing all these dogs, and 2, these aren't pugs. And there's nothing being snuck in here that I'm aware of. I guess it's a good idea to show your dog tearing things up because then whoever has it goes, maybe I shouldn't keep this dog. It tears things up. Putting it next to your baby, I don't know. That's sad, though. That's so sad because that means that dog is missing and that baby's missing its dog and that dog is missing its baby. That's just messed up every which way but loose. All right. Well, like I said, these are all the same. So these are, and look at that little brown Boston Terrier. These are all the ones from the county. Then I went to Craigslist. We'll go to Craigslist next. This is Craigslist for Tucson. As far as I can tell, nobody uses this that much because these are all the same and they're all 5 days old. So nothing, no pugs, nothing about them. This guy's sad. But that was Craigslist. Then here's that Taz guy again. This one is Love Lost. This is the one that Petco created. And you don't have to sign in or nothing. You just go to Lost a Pet or Found a Pet, whichever you want to do. And then you both are going to take you to the same place, essentially. So search for your lost pet or search for the pets that are lost, right? So I post a picture of the dog I find, and people that lose a pet can go look for their dog. I found the dog, so now I can make that report, and then I can look at all the dogs that have gone missing. So this is everybody who is dealing with PetSmart or that used this website that posted a picture of here's my dog that gone missing. And that's sad because this one looks like Mellow, 4 miles away. Bunch of other dogs and some cat. I guess I could probably filter the cats out. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. Let's just go look at dogs. But no pugs except for Taz. And like I say, Taz has a long neck. His face is different, and let's just say other parts of his anatomy are different. And then, like his feet. So I'm talking about his feet. Then we've got pretty much the same list, but in over here also. So it's sad, but none of them are him. And nothing has changed over here. These are 2 months, a month ago, 24 days, 14 days. They're all over the place, but none of them are recent. Then we, wait, how long is Taz over here? 8 days ago. Let's see. So then the next one is go to Facebook, which I think is lame. So I hate Facebook. Why do I hate Facebook? A lot of reasons. One of them is it's useless. So I'm over here at the Pima County Facebook Lost Found Pets of Pima County, right? 20,000 followers. So there's a whole bunch of people here that care about lost pets or finding, reuniting. This one's from November 3rd. And we know from looking at the Pima Animal Control that a whole bunch of more pets got lost. So nobody's using Facebook. But I'm checking it just in case. And it's all stuff from a while ago. And except for that beagle, none of them are even hardly dogs. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of dogs, but none of them are his kind of dog. All right, so that's Facebook. Nothing to do over there. And I had to go to Facebook, but I didn't have to log in, so I guess that's good. Then we got this thing called Paw Boost. And it's another one that you don't have to, look at this guy, you don't have to log into, but nothing in Tucson. These are all in Phoenix. So I don't know if it's, oh, wait, 85, maybe let me put the actual right zip code in here, see if that changes. I think I've done this 3 times and it keeps flipping things out. So here we are back to Tucson. Updated 5 days ago, reported 5 days ago, 6 days ago. That looks like a pretty puppy. And then 6 days ago, 6. So this one doesn't get updated as much. And I don't know who it's affiliated with or whatever. Maybe, what do they call those things? Pet shelters or something might feed some of these. But these are about the closest as these 2 little pugs that went missing together. That's a sad, everything about that story sounds sad. All right, now we're back to a week ago, and then you keep going, no pugs, and eventually you get to 2 months ago. And I doubt this puppy's been out for 2 months. Then we can go to the Humane Society. So, or did we already go to the Humane Society? No, we went to Craigslist. So we've gone to Pet Harbor, which is the Humane Society or the Pima Animal Control. Then we went to their map to check around, which I'm assuming this is the same data. But then we went to Craigslist, nothing. Went to the Petco, the stores one, Facebook, this Paw Boost, whatever it is. Now this one is the Humane Society. So Humane Society is lame, and I don't like them, but I'm going to go look at them. And when you get over there, finally, you get to this. And the last one they have is a bird on the 9th, a cat on the 5th. See, they're not in order either. A cat on the 9th, a cat on the 8th. So can I filter? No, because it's the Humane Society and I don't care. So then 11/6. Anyway, so cat, dog, pit bull, blah, 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 dog. So you get stuff that's from this week in here sometimes, but most of it's from this month. But no pug, and there's like no possible way to know. They give you a PDF that's 18 pages long, and it's all over the place with the dates that they were accepted. So I just don't get the Humane Society. I really don't think they're on anybody's side. I might be biased, but I don't like them. All right, so that's everything. The only thing that I didn't check was this, I think, Geico Love, which doesn't exist. Is this the one that's broke? Oh, no, I did do that one. Nextdoor? Yeah, Nextdoor. I don't know what Nextdoor is, but I'm not logging into it, so it's some kind of Facebook thing or something. I doubt that whoever it is went to just Nextdoor and not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 other ones. So that's what I've been doing. When you call this number, it takes you to the Pima Animal Control, and then allegedly I filed a report with them over the phone. All right. So what is this report? A lost or stolen found. View a map of missing. Oh, I think that's what I was just looking. See other places. So they have an app to do all the same stuff I just did. All right. So today I just waited because there's nothing else I can really do until it got kind of almost to where it might be like 4 o'clock. And I figured, okay, 4 o'clock, somebody's had time to figure out their dog was missing yesterday, go out and put up a sign. So I went around where I found him, and then I went around the square mile, let's say, right? And then after that, well, I'm going to go tomorrow and look at the next square mile, I guess, because I went out in the afternoon instead of in the morning. And I figured in the morning, that's probably when they're putting up the sign, right? So I went in the afternoon and I didn't see one sign, not even a new lost cat sign. There's this one cat sign. Everything else is apartments and stuff. It's not cat. It's not lost anything. So nothing new and nothing in this mile plus area around here. Problem is, it's not like I live in the middle of a city. I live like, I don't know what to call this. There's creeks and washes and stuff, so they chop up all this, the what would be normally all suburban sprawl. So it's just really difficult to drive grids around here, but that's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll go out and drive looking for signs and maybe somebody who might be out searching for a puppy. You know, sometimes you can tell somebody who's looking for a dog. They're yelling the dog's name. They're going really slow in their car, right? It's 3 or 4 people walking all together. Oh, dang it. Somebody get rid of that spam. I have to go out there and look at it. So let's take a look at some comments. Anyway, so I guess to finish it off, one out, drove around, and then just before I started the show, one of the reasons I'm late, I ran over to my favorite thrift store, and I'm pretty sure the last time I was in there, they had like a fabric dog thing that you'd put in like a vehicle maybe to bring a dog to the vet when you don't want your dog jumping all over the car kind of thing. And for whatever reason, this dog thinks it's awesome to sit underneath your gas pedal. Like he likes to go underneath where the gas pedal is. You know, that's annoying. So anyway, I bought him a cage. What do they call them? There's a name for when you put a dog in a cage, and a crate. So I bought him some crate, and it's probably, I'm guessing, $35 crate for like $10. So I didn't spend a bunch of money on it. And this way, if he hates it, I just have a free cage, or I have a cage now. But I think he'll probably dig it. Usually little dogs like having a little cage to go into. I haven't, but everybody I know that's had little dogs has little cages to put them in. And it's pretty simple. Just put a towel over it, make it its own little place. And then it's usually happy to have a little place to go. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do to battle the baby boy-ness of him, right? Let's just leave it politely at the baby boyness of him. And then we'll hold on to him until either we find, I'm hoping, little old lady he lives with, find that little old lady and give him back. Or second best, I don't think he lives with a family. But if he lives with a family, of course, we're going to give him back. Otherwise, if nobody's put him up for missing and nobody's looking for him, then I got to do something with him. I'll figure that out when I figure that out. But I'm hoping to find the little old lady that he lived with. I'm almost positive he lived with a little old lady. At least that's the story I'm sticking with. He's too polite. He's too nice. And he's also a little boy. And I don't think somebody who's really, like, I wouldn't allow this dog to be like a little boy like he is. He likes to be a little boy everywhere. So somebody who's a real dog trainer would have been like, come on, man, quit this. Even though he's little, they would have started. Although he does seem like he knows he's not supposed to do it in the house. And then that's why I figure he's probably some old people. I shouldn't say little old lady. It's probably some little old people. But I'm pretty sure this dog lives next to somebody in a big chair looking at TV. because every time I sit down, he wants to sit next to me like you would in a lazy boy. And I'm like, dude, I don't have that kind of chair, man. You're not gonna be able to do that. I just have an office chair. Anyway, so that's the story. The puppy has a little cage. I haven't set it up yet. I just got home. And when I was over there, I found a card shuffler, like one of them deals you put 2 decks of cards in and it goes and puts them all into one deck for like $2. So I'm going to play with that a little bit. And I also got a new badge holder. So I don't have enough badge holders, and I found a badge holder over there that I never had before, and now I have it. At a thrift store, of all places, a badge holder. So look forward to a very long series on badge holders and the importance of holding badges when you're at an industry event. So I'll start reading some of these comments. That's pretty much the update. A little bit of recap and then update for everybody on this dog. I didn't have him up here because 1, he's sleeping, and 2, I've got to do other stuff tonight, so I can't just sit here holding him all night. He's got puppy magnetism, where if you start rubbing him, you get addicted to rubbing them, and then you just sit here rubbing them. So I'm not going to start rubbing them. The Kingpin was the first one out there. Hey, you may want to review that documentary from years back, Men in Black. Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know what to call this dude. I can't imagine what somebody would call a pug, but these dogs have such personality. I definitely can see some names for this guy, or like names for that kind of remind me of stuff like that. 4th thumbs up, thanks. Pug 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took, and that made all the difference. Okay. 6th thumb up, thank you. Good evening. Hopefully puppy's doing okay. Heard that your puppy was having some issues earlier. Look at that face. Yeah, he's definitely looking at me like, well, you don't do this the way I'm used to. You know, like I'm in there cooking celery. He's like, what are you cooking celery for? Why aren't you cooking whatever I'm used to cooking? Let's see. DJ calls him Throaty just because he makes that snort noise all the time. I don't like that name. I'm not calling him that. There's Smeggy out there. That's when I got back, I guess. Let's see. Put 2 slices. Kingpin is asking if you put 2 slices of bread on his back, does that make him a cold dog sandwich? Here's the deal. You'd have to put one on the ground and then put one on his back, and then he'd be between the 2 slices of bread. Then it would make him a puppy sandwich, I believe, according to a lot of people. Now, I don't know. If you put him in a hot dog bun, would that make him a sandwich? I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive you can get hot dog bun costumes for pugs. Pretty sure. Such as this one, which I don't know if it'll show up or not. Let's see. Did I get a dog? No. I found a dog running down the street. Little baby puppy dog. The vet says he's probably over 6 months, but not a lot older than that. And after washing him, I believe he has a baby puppy. And like I say, he looks at me like he still doesn't know the way things are supposed to be, but he's wondering why I'm doing them the way I'm doing them. Baron's out there. Saw that super chat here in a second. I can't help it. He's a puppy. What are you going to do? And he's too little. I can't even leave him in the backyard. Like if I found a giant wolf or something, I'd probably try to take care of it, but I'd put it in the backyard, right? I'd be like, all right, thanks, wolf. You can stay here if you want, but you're not coming to my house. This little dog, you can't. I mean, what are you going to do? That's why I got him the cage, because I don't want him to get hurt. If he is somebody's dog and they want him back, then, right, I want to make sure he's going to be back in one piece. He's not like, I've had other dogs that are like, all they ever do is root around looking for a way to get out or looking for something to do, they're always on the prowl. This dog is not like that. He's definitely content to just be sitting here. But he's too little and he doesn't care. And he doesn't live here. So if he finds a little place to squirt out of, I wouldn't know that they're there because my dog can't do that, doesn't want to do that. And I would feel bad if I found him, put my number out all over the place, got somebody's hopes all up, and then I'm like, well, sorry, he squirted away from me and I don't know where he is either. But yeah, like I say, I think it's kind of an obligation. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's not like it's a burden to take care of a baby puppy for a couple of days. Let's see. I was surprised that the Lost Dog things don't have filters for breed. It would be very fast to see all the pubs. I still got to go to I think you gave me the link to the pub rescue place. Usually those places are very snooty. Oh, there's ghosts out there. Am I keeping them? No. Even if I can't find anybody to bring him to, or give, find him back, or give him his house, I'm going to give him to some little kids or an old lady, one of the two. Because one, I know a bunch of both, and two, this dog is too. I don't think he's a good dog for my dog. He's too little and fragile. I think he would get stepped on or something. I keep checking and I keep checking, but then I decided to look at more things than just his, what do you call, like his face paint, like his eye makeup or whatever. And as soon as you start looking around the rest of his body, there's about 3 pictures of Taz out there. Taz is a dog that went missing on the 6th here in Tucson with another little friend of his. Those 2 little dogs were 10 miles from where I found this guy, and 5 days, 4 days, depending on how you count the dates. But Taz he's got a lot more tan, and this guy has black in places that Taz is tan, if you look at the pictures of him. Plus, if you look at this guy, he looks like a bulldog. And I've had it described that this guy has like more bulldog in him, and that Taz dog and other kind of pugs have more of a, whatever the longer neck is, or the more narrow neck. And but Taz is the only one he could be close to. Let's see. My Facebook and Instagram got deleted. What? From what? From doing something, or from something a long time ago? There's ways to get that back, though. I can hook you up with a dude, Ranger from California, who got his Instagram back after a while. I'm assuming it's the same as Facebook. And he got it back by talking to maybe a SEAL. So you might know the people that got him back for him. Let's see. But yeah, it's super frustrating, especially when you're trying in the middle of trying to do stuff. Plus you're driving or whatever. Mystic is out there. Good evening. Let's see. Smab is saying, still haven't found the puppy's owner. Looks like Mello is about to have a sibling. Mello, she's kind of a good big sister, but she's super tolerant until he gets on her nerves. And then she makes this noise like, you're on my nerves. So I'm pretty sure a puppy is going to know when a big girl dog is saying, you're on my nerves, right? That's like a big sister or a mom saying, quit it. And he's going to get that real fast. I don't want him to bite. I don't want her to bite him because she doesn't care, right? What does she care? Just some dog bothering her. But again, if this is going back to some grandma, I'm like, here's your dog. And sorry about that giant scratch on his face. But no, they're playing pretty good. And they play. Like now they're playing. They've been hanging out long enough that they don't care. They just play now, like if they know each other. But they play weird because it's a baby puppy and a goofy dog. So they just play weird. They kind of look at each other, run back and forth. Let's see. Then some spam bots. Guessing the guys made it home okay. I think they're hours away from the Wanamaker. So nope, not keeping them. Just holding on to them. Hopefully until we find the little lady he works or he lives with. Thanks for the $20. Do appreciate that. I definitely did not do anything I should have been doing this weekend. I'm blaming it on Nancy Pelosi. And then, of course, that gave me the chance to help this little puppy, but I'm still blaming Nancy Pelosi for I didn't get anything done this weekend. So thanks for that. Pugs are great for families. I don't know nothing about them. I never had a pug. I never really knew anybody with pugs, so I just never was a pug person. And now that I'm finding out more about them, like they don't bark. I always assumed all little dogs bark because every little dog I know, Chihuahuas and Pomeranians and everything else barks. Everything barks, except this dog doesn't. He made one kind of noise where he went, but I don't know if that was an accident now because, it kind of sounded like a dog getting ready to bark, but then he didn't. But sometimes dogs accidentally make a noise. So yeah, if these dogs are all quiet, then I can totally see why people have them. And they are hilarious. I'm going to make some video of this guy playing. I hadn't done it yet because I didn't want to get, waste a bunch of time. But now that I'm going to have him at least for overnight again, I'll make some videos of him and my dog playing on the bed because they're hilarious. My dog is not that big, and this dog is tiny next to her. So it's just funny. Basically, the dogs just stretch out in really fast ways, and then that's how they play. They just stretch out next to each other. It's not really playing as much as just doing things fast in front of each other. But yeah, it's kind of funny. If I checked Facebook Marketplace, yeah, and Craigslist, yes. Well, let's see. Doug, Otis, and Elvis are all very common names. Okay, thanks. Doug. Hey, Doug. He didn't even react to that one. Let me stick this back over. Wait, there. Does that work? You can't really see him. He's down there. He's this dog right here. Doug. Doug. Otis. Are these from a cartoon or something? Otis. Otis. Elvis. That's too long. Nobody's gonna call dog Elvis. Elvis. Taz. Peanut butter. Puppy. Baby. Little dog. When I said little dog, he groaned a lot. So maybe his name is Little Dog. I don't think he cares. One, that I'm saying anything, and two, about those names. Pugsworth? Hold on. Pugsley. Pugston. Pugsworth. Huggingston. Pugsley. What other pugs are there? Puglet. I don't know what else people would name a pug. He might have some goofy name, right? Some people name their dogs goofy names. Let's see. What if you get attached? Oh, I'm attached. He's funny. He's a lot of funny. I could almost see getting a little dog, but I think I need a little dog from when it's a baby so that it learns how to get away from me. Because if I move or step, this guy's underneath me half the time. He doesn't understand. Well, I don't know about Spanish names. I mean, that's a 90, not 90, 50% chance for sure where I'm at. But no, I don't think this dog's a good match. Not this age of a dog. If he was a littler baby, I might consider it, but he's not going to be able to keep up with our active adventures and whatnot. Let's see. Like to get your IG back? Heck yeah, dude. Like I say, I knew a dude who got it back. I don't know after how long, but he was moaning and complaining and screaming and yelling, and then after a while he hooked up with this seal, and then he figured it out. All the pugs I know are loud and snorting. Well, it depends on if you're calling like this noise he's making loud. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a squawk. What do they call him? Like a chirpy dog that just squawks all the dang time. I had a Pomeranian for like hours one time. The guy gave it to me because he couldn't have it anymore at his apartment. And I was an idiot kid. And I'm like, I'll take your dog without ever knowing the dog or nothing. And I got it home and it was just like, yap, 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 yap. And I'm like, come on, dog, what the hell? And he doesn't even want to be around me because he's used to being around some, my friend's girlfriend. So he didn't want to be around me at all. And then I opened the door to do something and he booked out of here, went across the street, and the little girls were playing across the street and they're like, oh, look at this little puppy. I'm like, if your mom says you can have it, you can have it. And they kept it. So I kept that dog for hours. And good riddance, right? I don't want a little tiny dog barking all the time. Milo? 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 What happens if you yell treat? Is that a name? Milo? Treat? Is that a name? Frank? Biscuit? Biscuit? Milo? Oh, I don't know why I put it on both channels. I figure if I put it on the big channel, people see it, and then I'll just kill it on the big channel. Mario has a pug. I could, like I say, I could definitely see why people have them now. I mean, they're super funny. They're super funny. It's like having a little buddy. I could totally see. Like I could see having a pug with a kid. He's not deaf. No, he hears. He knows. He's super tired right now. That's all. Cookie. Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. Bruno. That's too many people are named Bruno around here. I don't think people name their dogs Bruno. I mean, maybe Galetta. Who the hell's gonna call their name that? Are you guys killing these spams on both sides? What the hell? How many of these spams are we going to be getting? Why are they spamming puppies? How horrible is that? I can see spamming grown people talking about something you don't like, but spamming puppies? That's like horrible. That's worse than horrible. Roscoe. Roscoe. I know like 4 Roscoe dogs. If his name was Roscoe, I'd feel obligated to give it to my one friend who names all his dogs Roscoe. More bots. They are smart and have funny personality. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Galetta? Galetta. I'm not gonna. See, he's not deaf. He just doesn't like any of them names. Buster. Is that your dog? So right now you can tell he's sleeping because his tail's all goofy. Once he's awake, his tail curls up like a little poop, like a little cinnamon roll. Luger? Nobody would name their dog Luger. That's probably illegal. Luger. Taz. Milo. He does this all the time. You ever seen a dog do this before? He likes to be petted. He's licking my hand. All right, well, that's the update. Now that he's waked up, he wants to be a little boy dog, so I'm going to take him outside to do his boy business. This has almost been an hour, but there's really nothing to talk about. It's just an excuse to talk about the puppy again and to really put out there in case anybody knows of another avenue to put out, get this puppy back with its people. And then, whatever. Shorty is too sensitive. Shorty. Marley. Now he's going to just say anything. He's going to be happy with anything. So he's standing here. Marley. I don't know. I'll try yelling some of these names when he's like not paying attention or something, when he's outside pooping. And then, see if I catch him. I guess I could also just read like a dog book. Or a dog name book. Taz. Hey, Taz. 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 See, I don't think he's Taz. Taz. I guess I could try having a girl name, yell at him. Because if he's a girl's dog, he might not give a crap what I'm saying at him, right? Well, if you need help finding a name for him, my girl knows someone. No, I'm not going to find. Well, I don't think I'll have a problem. I know people that have little girls. So I'm guessing, unless they don't want a girl, then they're going to. Unless they don't want a dog, then they're going to take them. But if they don't take them, then I know some other people. And then if they don't take them, then I know some old people. If I don't get them past all of those people, then I'll find a place to do something. But I don't really want to think about that. It's only been since yesterday morning, and it's the weekend. It's possible, and I don't want to be negative, but it's possible that if something happened that created the situation that the dog got away, without being graphic, if someone was hurt or something happened, something broke and it startled the dog and it bolted, and the person who's dealing with the thing that broke, or somebody got hurt, and that so I don't want to get into all that. But if there's something, Pugsy, that's a good one. No, he didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? If something else happened, the dog got away, and that was not the most important thing on the plate, then they're not thinking about their dog right now. So I'm trying to think, if that person is that situation, then this dog is going back to the people, and that's I'm just holding on to it. I don't know. We'll see in a few days. We'll keep doing these updates, but appreciate the concern. It's a little puppy, and it's always nice to know that there's a bunch of humans on this rock as it flies around a big gaseous thing that's on fire, that some of us care about these little critters, and we're using this technology and whatnot to just keep up to date on one little puppy, on one little chunk of this little rock in 2022. So pretty fun. Well, not fun, but it is interesting. It is fun to play with the puppy, I'll admit, but it's not fun thinking about who's missing their little puppy. Now, if it's some SOB and this little puppy got away from an SOB, well, I'll be happy, right? We'll assume that's the worst case if nobody ever claims this little puppy, but let's not think about that. Let's think about getting this puppy back to its home, and then we'll have chats about something else besides puppies again. All right. See, I get more upset if a dog gets hurt in a movie than if a person does. Yeah, I hear you. All right, right on. So I appreciate it, and thanks everybody for jumping in. I don't know if anything else is live right now. It's kind of late on a Sunday night, so I guess it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast. I might be Quark and somebody actually, but let me go check real quick. Oh yeah, I'm Quark in the Virginia Citizens Defense League. So I tell you what, the Virginia Citizens Defense League is literally one of the best state level organizations that's out there.
The map I'm looking at are colored pink, which means leaning.
It's going to be tough to watch. They lost Ed Levine recently, a couple of weeks ago, suddenly at 60 years old, and he had been their social media person. We're definitely, oh shit, this is a crappy video to post over to it, but this will be their first chat without Ed. So again, a great organization. They lost their media person, a person who's one of the core group of the structure of the organization. But they've excelled. They've definitely led the way 100%, done more than anybody with national level transparency and doing their meetings like this one that I just linked to as open forums on YouTube like this. So the good stuff, the bad stuff, which is almost always good. Like they're definitely good at running a meeting, so they don't get some of the garbage that some of us amateurs on YouTube get, as far as like delays and just things bothering us. They're better than that, and I'm sure Ed was a part of that. But they're a good team, so they're not just an interesting show to watch, but they're an inspiration. They've literally created the Arizona Citizens Defense League and a couple of other of the state level Citizens Defense League based on their accomplishments and their organizational structure. Is more than one state level organization has been inspired by them and then used literally their stuff as a blueprint. So with that, I'm going to leave you over to that one. Hey Bob, thanks for jumping in. Kind of ending it right now. But thanks everybody again, and we'll be back to pick you up later. Well, hopefully somebody will be able to pick this dog up sooner than later.